There's been a lot of rumors about Mark Zuckerberg lately, especially when he got into this council thing, where he kind of explains himself. Where he kind of explains himself regarding the privacy things that's going on about Facebook. There's been a lot of rumors lately that he have had issues with his privacy things going on, that data has been sold and everything. So we're gonna take a bit of a look into this thing and see what's going on about that. No, but seriously, guys, today I was watching the when they were asking Zuckerberg a lot of questions and stuff like that, and I was actually supposed to go through the kind of debate that they had a bit. I recorded like about half an hour of me talking around while they were debating and stuff like that, but for some reason the footage got messed up, so I'm sorry I can't really bring that to you today. But what I want to say basically is that, you know, I don't know too much about this issue at all. There had been some questions about the privacy of Facebook and stuff like that. And I think that's totally legit because, you know, you have these, basically, when you go onto Facebook, you log in with your account details and you talk with some friends. You pretty much assume that nothing, I mean, it's your friend, maybe something between you and your friend. So you kind of just expect that to be between you and your friend and not anybody else, you know. Well, what I could get from the debate was that he kind of confessed that messages and stuff like that get saved on to Facebook's servers. I mean, you go onto Facebook, you believe you talk to some friend or some relative maybe, and you expect that to be between you and them. But then it gets saved onto their servers, and the reason is that they are like doing this to profit somehow. And you have to remember that Facebook is totally free. You don't have to pay anything for Facebook or to be a member of Facebook. You don't have to, you know, they wanted Facebook to be like for everybody. So that's why they made it free, and of course, I guess that you could choose not to have. It's a very difficult topic. So let me just say that they use your information. They take your information, maybe your name, age, and things you post and stuff like that, and they store it. They have it on their servers. Now, this data. From what I understand, they can sell it to Google, for example, for other third-party actors, I guess. And when, you know, they do this because they need to get money somehow, and this is one way to do it, because when they sell the data, basically Google knows how they should market their product. Say, for example, you want to... For example, if you like to take photographs, you work as a photographer, you might be interested in different cameras and stuff like that. So what they do with this data is that they use it to show you the right advertisements online, I guess. So if you are a consumer, you buy a lot of cameras maybe. And there's a camera store some distance away from you, and they want to sell you this camera, and then Facebook is trying to connect you with this camera store. And the way they do that is that when they move the data to another third-party actor, they can advertise that for you, I guess. And basically what they do is they sell the data to the other company. The company kind of uses that data to bring the right advertisements back to you as a consumer. So the end user is also always a consumer in some way. That's the way I understand it works. If anybody has any other input on this, it would be great. There's just a problem, and the problem is that it's not really, you can't really see it in the license agreement. When you registering on Facebook, you kind of just assume that they won't do anything with your data, that everything that you upload on your Facebook is personal to you and it just belongs to you. It's wrong. And Mark Zuckerberg basically admitted this. Like, even messages that you send to other people are not really yours. They are stored on a server, you know. And the other thing is that, you know, they asked about people, can they delete the data? Zuckerberg basically said that you can delete your data. If you want to delete your data, remove your data, you don't want that data to be sold to any other third-party company. You can basically just, you know, don't have Facebook. You can, you know, remove all your data, remove everything that you don't want to be on Facebook. You can remove that, and it's not going to be, you know, even if Facebook could retrieve that, or they could access it some other way, like having backups and stuff, they don't really have the legal rights to do that. They need to remove everything if the user really wants. For example, if you have any data that's been sold to maybe Google or something, they kind of have a system for bringing to removing that data, I guess. That's what I understand from that. You think that everything's stored and you can never remove it or something like that. I think that no, you can remove it. It's not difficult. You just remove it from Facebook and it's gone. It's not stored on Facebook servers after that. I mean, that picture or message that you wrote is gone forever. Then we get to something else, like when it comes to their license agreement, and this is something I agree on actually, that they have to rewrite the license agreement because it's very messy, it's very big, and nobody understands it basically. So I mean, it's very difficult to remember everything and understand everything in the license agreement, like what they do with third-party actors and stuff like that. And if you're a teen, you need to get like information straightforward, like this is how it works. Do you still want to register to this site? We do this and that with your data. Everything that you post is ours until you remove it. And we can do whatever we want basically with it. But also they have some, you know, they have some privacy policies, I guess, like to protect people. But what I'm trying to say is that these privacy policies, they aren't really enough because they are still making people kind of unprotected. Maybe it gets them more connected, but less unprotected. So, or more unprotected. So Zuckerberg basically had a lot of difficulties when I saw him in Congress. He kind of had a lot of people against him. Many people were asking him a lot of difficult questions, like specific times and dates and stuff like that, what happened then and there. You know, as you have these people against you and you have a live feed going on, a live stream about the entire thing, it gets kind of, I understand that he was pressed and stuff like that, but he should just keep explaining to people what's going on. So I'm not going to talk too much about this. I already talked about it, but I'm not going to include that because it was kind of, you know, I recorded at the same time I was talking about it, so it wouldn't really make any sense. Anyway, I thought that I would just make a quick video about this thing. It has boomed up like everywhere. Every time I go on YouTube, I see this thing about centers asking him a lot of questions and stuff like that. So it's just, but it's still interesting, you know. You want to know what happens to you or someone you know when they go online, you know, because you want maybe you and your friends and family to be protected, you know, in every way. So it's very good that they are live feeding this, putting it on YouTube, and we can like continue to follow this. So thank you so much for watching, and I see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, right. Like this video if you like it, comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. So thank you so much for watching, and bye. Whoosh.